Joining us now with more is Aaron Levie, the co-founder and CEO of Box. Aaron, it's good to see you again.
Hey, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So I don't even like this term of AI agents. What is an agent? Like, is ChatGPT an agent? Is Grok an agent? What's an agent?
Well, I think if you think about AI when it first came out, really big on the scene a couple years ago with the ChatGPT moment, this was really a moment when you would talk back and forth with AI systems, and you would ask a simple question, you'd get an answer back. And this was really the point when AI was used as effectively a chatbot or an assistant type use case. What was very quickly, I think, discovered and realized amongst the ecosystem was when you take these powerful models, and certainly as they get better, faster, cheaper, and more capable, you'll be able to send them long-running tasks to go work on and then come back to you with a complete solution, a complete answer, or ultimately execute a project for you.
Which is a little bit...
That's now what AI agents are.
So Gemini, I'm sure you've used all of these different tools and platforms. Yep. Gemini is kind of like that with deep research, right? Like I can say to it, give me the full history of, blah, blah, blah. I leave for 4 minutes, I come back, and it's written a research report. So this is the kind of tool, I assume we're talking about enterprise customers pretty much. So let's say I'm doing work at my desk. I'm asking Box for a query. Now, does this relate to the data sets that I would kind of have you housing, or is this kind of broader than that? What kind of things might I ask it? How long would it take? What kind of answers would I get?
Yeah, so we announced a set of agents to do things like deep research, general search across all of your data, and then data extraction agents. And so each of them have different use cases, but just focusing on deep research for a second, this is the ability to say, okay, I have a collection of assets in my enterprise, contracts, marketing assets, research documents, financial materials, and I want to have the AI go and read through all of that data and come to some type of conclusion or generate some type of report or analysis on that information. So you can imagine if you're a bank, you want to give an AI system 1,000 documents on a company that is looking to be acquired to do due diligence on that company. The AI will now go through all of that data, all of those documents through the lens of doing a due diligence project, and then be able to come back with a finalized report on that information. And so you can imagine really being able to go and send off AI agents across your business to go execute on this long tail of tasks that otherwise you maybe never got around to, or it was too expensive to go and do before. AI is now making that possible.
And there's plenty of jokes circulating about how it will put kind of junior investment bankers out of business and that kind of thing. There's also a lot of companies who presumably are going to be offering these services. So how do you stand out? How much does it cost? How do you build, for lack of a better word, a moat around this?
Yeah, well, actually, maybe even to the first point, I would actually argue, and this is what we've seen from our customers. So I've had over 100 customer interactions in Q1 just alone, and the vast majority of those customer conversations are conversations where the enterprise is deploying AI at use cases where humans were not doing the work before. It was too expensive to send people to go off and look through every single contract in the organization or review every single document on a particular type of project. And so I'd actually argue you're going to see AI agents be mostly used for use cases that we just never got around to in the first place. So I think that's actually good news for jobs and good news for really the productivity rates of organizations. In terms of our differentiation, we're an enterprise platform. We have over 120,000 customers, 64% of the Fortune 500. We have been entrusted by enterprises to help them manage and secure some of their most important enterprise information. And so we are a natural place where instead of moving your data around to 10 or 20 different places where you want to do AI on that data, instead, we've built a platform that lets you bring the AI and the AI agents to your content, as opposed to, again, moving that information around everywhere. And then maybe the last point is that we integrate across the entire AI ecosystem. So we work with Gemini, we work with OpenAI's models, we work with Meta's models, we work with XAI and Grok 3, we work with Claude and Anthropic. And then we integrate into the IT stack of our enterprise customers with IBM Orchestrate, Watson X Orchestrate, Salesforce Agentforce, Google Agent Space. And so our job is to make sure we're embedded across the enterprise stack so you don't have to move your data around all the time.